Hello everyone and welcome to another day of All Creator Live, and I am back playing more No Man's Sky. So adjust my microphone a bit here. There we go. Alright, so happy day of recovery. I'm finally feeling a lot better after the unfortunate incident that happened on Monday. And I have been hearing rumors about a parasite going around. So I'm wondering if that could have had something to do with it. I don't know. Like I said, I eat apples, so it's supposed to be on lettuce, but you know, the way shipping companies work, everything kind of gets packaged together, and parasites are one of those things that can get on any kind of produce. So I'm wondering if that could have had something to do with it. But yeah, Bryce, it's good to see you. I am feeling a lot better today than I was on Monday or Tuesday. I can't even remember when exactly it happened. The past couple of days I've just been eating oatmeal, but now I'm finally feeling great and able to eat anything. So I made a bunch of food that I haven't been able to eat the past couple of days. Yeah, I know. I've been able to make all of my food today, and I've eaten a bunch of it, but I still have a bit here that I can eat as leftovers. So, nice full belly today. It's just been a mess, just eating nothing but oatmeal the past couple of days, so I'm happy I can get something good in my stomach. But yeah, Bryce, I'm happy to see you. Welcome. You don't really stop by that often for the No Man's Sky playthroughs. They're very chill. So they're really the best time to stop in and say hello. So convenience. It is on your side today. Oh, yeah. The expedition is over now, so we're not going to be going into Exo's expeditions. We're not going into Exo's expeditions today. We're going back to my main save to hang out in my usual place, doing my usual things. But you might see a little bit of a difference. I changed my outfit up a bit because of the new armor. But yeah, the outbreak of a parasite is a very serious business, and it is to be taken very seriously. So everyone be aware of any location that sells Taylor Farms products. Ah, man, that guy decided to land right where I wanted to put my... Oh. Oh, okay, that's why. I have my... Oh, I haven't shown you guys this ship yet either. This is one of my new ones. One of my new Corvette ships. Ah, it's so hard to see at night. Alright, well, I could show you this way by showing you the starship. There it is. I call it the Maryland Special because it looks like a giant crab. It's my smallest ship, believe it or not. And the interior reflects that. We got this little storage area here. where we have, you know what, I should go into first person. Make it a lot easier to show you guys my new interior. But yeah, I have these two large storage areas and this decorative, I guess, replica. This is my one-up area. When I die, this makes replacements of me, is what I'm going with. That's the lore of this ship. We got this little recreation area here.
They keep that part close to reality since we can hardly see at night IRL.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, I got this little recreational area here, kind of divided with this drapery. We got the serious area over here. We have a refiner unit and the mission radar. I have this chair here because a lot of times with the mission radar, you don't get the missions you want. But if you wait about 30 minutes, the missions will change. So I have this chair here. I sit down in it when I need to wait for the mission to change, when it's something I don't like and I want it to be something else. And there's the cockpit. It's very fun. Take the... This isn't my most powerful ship, because like I said, it's my newest. Felt like Artemis would be a great bobblehead to put on the cockpit's dashboard, because Artemis kind of looks crab-like. How do I change camera? Alright. I don't do this that often, but yeah. Let's go into picture mode. This is good because I can change the position of the sun in picture mode. But yeah. This is what it looks like when it's in flight. Got the big crab claws. Giant engines on the sides. And the legs, which when they're in flight, they fold up to make more engines, basically. You'd think it's very fast, but because it's my newest ship and I haven't worked on it that much, it's only got a C class, so it's not very fast. But it will be once I get it up to an S class. It's just going to take a lot of nanites to do that. Yeah, I think I have all of the guns, or just the three. Yeah, I just have the three most convenient ones. Yeah. I do enjoy.
Hey, I finally managed to beat Zoe on hard after I don't know how many attempts.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that they made her that hard. Welcome, Vampiric Fox. Welcome to outer space. But yeah, I was just showing off my new ship. I call it the Maryland Special because it looks like a giant crab. This one in particularly bright red spot here, I kind of put there myself. It's the same on the other side. I made it kind of try to blend in, but the parts that you can place on your Corvette yourself tend to be made of different materials, so it looks kind of out of place if you look really closely and you're able to see it. There's two of them. Because I didn't like how that part of the claws seemed to kind of hover in place. I didn't like how, like, this was the only part that was kind of connecting them. It seemed like there was space here like it was just hovering.
It's not the bebop.
No, it's not. It's not the bebop. I'm betting if you check No Man's Sky forums, someone's probably made the bebop. And by that, I'm super jealous. I wish I was that creative. Yeah, I try with the ships that I make. It's not the best one I've made, though. The coolest looking one I've made is my space pirate ship. I can show that off. Just gotta get back down to my planet. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, the Outlaw Star is, like, a lot cooler because it has attachable arms and shit. So, like, arms that you can use to attack stuff. The Bebop's just kind of, I don't know. It's like a floating RV, I would say. Wait, I'm hitting the wrong buttons here.
I don't know if Lily is easier than Zoe or I'm just more experienced, but I'm having less trouble with her.
I don't know. I guess it would have to come down to your experience. I can't even remember what Lily's fight was like. I only remember Zoe's because it was my first really big fight. And it came down to the wire. Lily's I can't really remember all that well, but I know for sure it wasn't really that difficult of a fight. So maybe it's just that Lily's not very difficult.
Vampiric Files said, I did honestly forget about the Outlaw Star when it looked like it all until you mentioned it.
Yeah. It's, in my opinion, it has more of a cramped space from the look of it, especially from the outside. But the whole arms thing kind of sets it apart from the Bebop. The Bebop's got so much fucking space, man. And I think that's just to its credit, because it's supposed to house other ships, you know? It's like a freighter more than it is a starship. If I had to classify it as a ship in No Man's Sky, oh, okay. That's why you're taking them out. Okay, I was sitting there like, I thought you were just doing it for fun. But yeah, if I had to classify both of those starships as ships in No Man's Sky, I would say that the Outlaw Star is more like a Corvette, and the Bebop is more like a freighter. Freighters are really huge. They can house other ships inside of them, starships, and they can also house Corvettes, but not on the inside because Corvettes are so big, so they're kind of adrift on the outside, but they are still very small in comparison to freighters. Alright. This is my most complicated and my it looks so weird. I don't think I parked it correctly. This is my most popular. This is my favorite one. I mean, I was about to say most popular. This is my most treasured Corvette. It's my pirate ship. Space pirate ship. I hope I parked it correctly. I don't think I did. No, I did. Awesome. Hooray. I still have to work on the interior because of how big the interior is. But it's really big. You know what? I may as well Since it's daylight, I could just back up out of the ship and show you guys. Yeah, this one took me about 3 days to complete. And get it done perfectly. And I'm still technically not done because I need to do a lot with the interior. But pirate ships are like one of the most complicated things that you can make in No Man's Sky. And it's because they require a little bit of glitch building to get working. So this is like the largest room in the pirate ship. See, normally Corvettes, when you're building them, you don't have large rooms to use. So you have to kind of fake them, in a sense. You gotta plop down a couple of rooms and then build or craft things around them to simulate a room, and then delete the rooms that you place down. The smaller rooms that you place down. So to make a pirate ship, you need a lot of parts. This is the deck. And the best part is when you take it out into space, you could still walk on the deck and everything, like how you would if it was an actual pirate ship. It's really great. It's like Corvettes have their own type of gravity and stuff. It's really cool. I was once on a weekend mission, and weekend missions are typically something the whole community can do together. And the planet that I landed on, someone else was like really close nearby doing the same mission I was. And when I got done, they followed me to my Corvette, this pirate ship. And I didn't know it was going to happen because I never really had anyone on the Corvette before. So I got in my cockpit and I could see from the cockpit that he was still out on the deck walking around. And I took off into space and he just stopped. Like, whoa. And I'm flying around in space while he's still running around on the cockpit and stuff. And I'm like, damn, this is really freaking cool. No Man's Sky tends to amaze the hell out of me.
Vampiric Fox said, to put it in perspective, Zoe has HP felt that SATK was and we have minutes for the battle. If I didn't die to Zoe, we timed out several times.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that can make the fight very difficult. I forgot that there's a time limit. And hasn't the time limit shrunk now? I think it's like 5 minutes instead of 10 minutes. I can't remember how much time I had when I was taking on the tower boss, but I've been watching Jason Plays. And he has recently restarted his game in Pal World. And when he was up against Zoe, he only had 5 minutes to get rid of her. And I was like, whoa. I remember it being 10 minutes.
Vampiric Fox said, correct.
Ah, shit. Well, it's going to make it difficult for a couple of people. You know what? I need to take a picture for the thumbnail, so this seems like a good enough picture, if you ask me. At the menu. Nope. Where's the button? Share button. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I need to decorate a lot of the rooms more than I have them decorated right now, because it's kind of just very bland looking in every room, when I could do a lot more with them. I kind of decorated the kitchen a little bit. I at least made it make sense to where I could sit down in the chair and I have something to eat on the table. I need to get way more decorations though. I think the thing that blows everyone's mind is the fact that you could just go out and drift around in space. Sure, it's cold, but it's nothing your suit can't handle, even by default. But believe me, there have been way more elaborate pirate ships than mine. I've seen so many of them and I'm so jealous. I'm especially jealous of the people that do glitch building, because it's like, it requires so much patience. I could never. But the name Ashes of Perfection, that's the name that the game gave this ship by default. And I just didn't bother to change it. I was like, ooh, I like that. I'll keep that. This game does a pretty good job at naming its ships. Like, all of them have really cool names, really interesting names that kind of fit the ship perfectly in a lot of cases. So I tend not to bother them. Change them in any way. Oh, alright, well. I hope you get that drop.
Interesting name.
Yo, Purple Flower! It's nice to meet you, welcome!
Purple flowers. Said. How goes the exploration traveler?
Oh, not that bad. It's a very chill day. Since the expedition's done now, decided to just do my regular stuff for the stream. But to anyone who hasn't noticed yet, I did kind of implement some of the new armor pieces into my kit, and you can see my boots. They have the claws from the armor set, and I also decided to go with the gloves so I could have this really cool stabby gauntlet on my side here, which is nice for when I punch, because it looks like I'm actually using a weapon now when I punch. Instead of just punching something, I'm stabbing something. It's awesome. Oops, I went through the wrong door. I did it again. Gotta go into the green door. Alright, let's relieve my fleet commanders. Yes, I am very happy with the way that my armor looks. A lot of times when I make a character in No Man's Sky, it's just like the basic blah. I just use the default everything. But this outfit I actually put a lot of thought into. Most of the pieces in it you can't get anywhere other than the expeditions, like the waists armor set that I have for the torso and the leggings, and the more recent expedition with the dire wash set, the boots and the gloves. But the head, the cowl, all that stuff is it's stuff that's only available after you've beaten the main game and made friends with the autophage. So it's kind of a culmination of a lot of the effort that you have to put into No Man's Sky in order to, you know, get the appearance that you want. If you want to look the way that I do right now, you have to have put in a lot of time into No Man's Sky. You got to know what you're doing.
Purple flowers. Said. I'm still working on the story.
Hold up. Shit. I forgot it's Sprite. Forgot it was Sprite. Like I said, I ordered some stuff today, and I ordered a couple of drinks. And one of them Sprite, and I forgot it was Sprite, and I went to drink it, and I'm lying down, and it wasn't smart. Some of them went down the wrong pipe and everything. Oh, God. Okay, I think I coughed it all up. Oh, boy. Sorry, that was a lot of loud coughing. I had to mute the microphone. But yeah, don't worry. The autophage set, a lot of that stuff, there is a whole bunch to choose from, so it's well worth it to get to that point.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. It's, I got a Mountain Dew, I got a Granny Smith Apple Energy, which is exclusive to the place I ordered, and, Sprite, and a water. And you know how Sprite looks like water. So I thought I still had some water left. But I forgot I drank all of my water after lunch today. Because I was still slightly on the mend. I'm doing a lot better now than I was. Definitely this morning. Like when I woke up, I still had a couple of cramps in my lower intestine. And man, that parasite is no freaking joke. I'm warning all of you, do not go shopping for any produce anytime soon at places that sell Tyler Farms products, because that parasite is like fucking, it is volcanic hell, man. That, I think it was Monday morning or Tuesday morning, I can't remember now. Oh, it feels like so long ago. When I just had some apples, you know? I heard that it was affecting lettuce, but that the parasite was kind of infecting a lot of other produce.
How do I start the autophage quest line?
The autophage quest line.
Oh no, I hope you get better soon.
Oh, I'm a lot better now. More than I was on Tuesday, that's for sure. The autophage quest line, how to start it. It's basically part of the main quest. After you beat a certain period of time, once you've, if you're just following the story, at some point you will get to a point where you, I don't want to spoil the story for you, but let's just say when you've been able to create your own galaxy, after that point, when you have gotten, hold up, I still have it. Here we go. When you've gotten this remembrance in your inventory, as well as I think another one, I think it's this one, Starseed. I forget if it's both of these or one of them. But if you have remembrance equipped in your inventory, which is something you get only after you've beaten the main game, that starts up a whole nother subplot with the autophage that you can go on and continue the story, because at that point you're at Worlds Part 2. There were 2 updates that included more story to the main story. It was Worlds Part 1 and Worlds Part 2. Worlds Part 1 will have you meeting the autophage and interacting with them to learn about new lore to No Man's Sky and what we're doing about the Atlas. And Worlds Part 2 kind of gives you new locations to go to, new planets, the purple systems that you get to go to.
Oh snap, okay.
Yeah. I did my best. That shouldn't spoil anything, really.
Said. I just put Artemis in the computer at the anomaly.
Ah, yeah. So you're like halfway there. You're halfway to beating the initial story. Yeah, now you're at the point where you're going to be starting to do stuff for the Atlas and eventually get to the end where you get the remembrance thing, because you go through a long chain of creating seeds. I got the blueprints. You go through a long chain of creating... Where are the seeds at? These seeds here. Yeah. And once you've made all of them, eventually you can make remembrance. And that basically helps you finish off the main story.
Purple flowers.
And then you'll begin Worlds Part 1.
I'm only like hours in, I'm loving it.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. And if you're a big fan of text-heavy adventure games, like the classic text adventure stuff from years past, or I guess you could call them like choose your own adventure text quests, it's really got a lot for you. Though it's not as diverse as, say, all that. It just gives off the same vibes, is what I'm saying. So a lot of people who've played old games like that tend to play this game and they'll get addicted to it. Oh, man. I do really enjoy these chill streams that I have on Thursday. They really do help me unwind a lot. I can talk about a lot of things. I have been working on my catalog in No Man's Sky to try and get all of the Quicksilver items, and I'm really close to getting all of the more expensive stuff bought and paid for. I think I have like 4 items left that are over 3,000. And then after that, I'll be buying items that are 800, and then 500, and then 200, and then I'll be done.
Purple flowers.
That won't be so bad.
Said. I'm addicted bad, I be playing till M with work the next day.
Oh, yeah, I get that addiction. It's great. It's a great feeling, especially when you first start up the game. But at some point when you get to the end game where I'm at, you'll just be basically doing the weekend missions and that's it. Just doing stuff to grind for Quicksilver. As well as doing other little things that can occupy your time, like what I'm showing off here with the freighter expeditions. I like doing these because they will occasionally give you starship upgrades. Like inventory slot upgrades mostly, which is what I want and need, because I need a lot more of those for my Corvettes that I've made. The 3 that I created, they don't have a lot of storage space, especially for technology that I want to equip them with. So that's why I've been doing these, is because a lot of times you'll get the the starship inventory upgrades. And you get other stuff too, like Corvette pieces, and that's always cool. So
Purple flowers. Said. 3 Corvette damn son.
well, it's not that impressive. 2 of my ships, like the most complicated one, the one that I was showing off earlier, my pirate ship, that one's mostly using a lot of the aileron, a lot of the Arion, or whatever it is, however you pronounce it. A lot of those pieces, and those are only available if you've completed an expedition. But those pieces, they're infinite. You can make as many of them as you want, as long as you have the material to make them. All of the other pieces of the Corvettes, you have to find. And the 2 Corvettes that I've made primarily using the Arion pieces, they are... I don't consider them to be... They're very detailed, and I really love them, but I don't consider them to be very difficult to make. Especially not as difficult as a lot of the other ones I've seen. I would have to say that out of the 3 Corvettes that I've made, my Habitat Protector is the one that took the longest to make, because I've made that purely using Corvette pieces that I've found by going from planet to planet and doing stuff like these frigate expeditions. And even then, I'll show it off, I'll let you guys see it, but don't think it's going to be to the same extent of coolness as as the Maryland Special and my pirate ship. It definitely doesn't look as cool as them, but I love it. It looks like a giant war machine, like something that you'd see out of Final Fantasy 6, 7, you know. Alright, let's get in one of my regular ships to go back down to the planet. Not you, I wanna... Where's my Starborn runner? There you are. Okay. Let's turn around. It always feels like it's nighttime more often on this planet than daytime. Alright, so... There it is. Habitat Protector. That's actually its default name isn't Habitat Protector. It's Havita something Protector, whatever it was before. But the word's very similar to Habitat. So I was like, you know what? That sounds a lot like it's supposed to say Habitat Protector. So I just changed the one word to Habitat. And... makes sense. But yeah, it's my big chunky boy. I really like him. I like using this one to go on Quicksilver missions. But yeah, I tried to make it look like a Final Fantasy 6/7 type of War Machine-esque thing, because I've always admired the appearance of the Magitech and stuff from those two games. Well, in Final Fantasy VI especially, I think it draws a lot of comparisons to the Magitech in that game. But yeah, this is where I get my supply of gamma weed, which I need to make the luminous bait that I need to catch rare fish or nanites. Oh, right, I gotta put the sticker on. I forgot. Just recently completed an expedition, so we're going to plop down the expedition sticker. Oop. In a way that doesn't glitch out. You know what? We're gonna have to go into a first person for this. A little tip. If you're ever wanting to decorate your Corvette on the inside, go into first person mode. It's way easier. Well. Awesome. There's a lot more decorating I can do in this one too, admittedly. A lot of the major decorations I've done to this place are to make it look... make the interior look like it makes sense, because if I didn't have this stuff here, there would be... The wings, it's kind of hard to see because I have the stuff there, but the wings are kind of jetting through, or kind of jotting through the glass window on the other side. So some of the decorative inclusions I've made. This up here I kind of want to make as like a recreational area, but I don't know exactly what to do with it. I'll figure it out once I've collected every single piece of decoration available. But yeah, a lot of the decorations in here are to hide the giant motor system that I have, kind of hiding the stairways that leads up here where I have the storage areas, because out of all of my Corvette, out of my other two Corvettes, this Corvette has the most storage, and that's why. Because on both sides I have the areas up there that have the massive storage. But I think that makes it look really cool on the outside, because then you're able to look inside and see like the electrical engines just kind of doing their thing. It looks even cooler at night, because then the blue hue is more visible. Alright, let's go take care of my settlements. But yeah, purple flowers. It'll be very apparent when you're able to get the autophage pieces. So. Wait, hold up. Oh, right. My other settlement has the building I have to work on. Not this one. This is where I get my tons to send my frigates out on their missions. Our research teams are at an impasse. Both teams require funding. Should we invest in bolstering our anti-sentinel systems or direct research towards improving our habitation systems? Get a maintenance lab or stellar ice cream synthesizer. Stellar ice cream synthesizer is going to help with anti-sentinel systems? How is ice cream going to help us protect from sentinels? What? Wait. Oh, one is farming technology, and one is a facility. So I'm guessing the facility is going to help out with the anti-sentinel systems. So the maintenance lab is going to help with the... That makes sense. Stellar ice cream synthesizer. Sounds like it will improve our happiness, though. And this base is already really good at taking out sentinels. And I don't really know what the horrifying mush plant does to help us, but I'm thinking that's a much better food. I'm thinking stellar ice cream is a much better food than horrifying mush plant. So I would like my people to enjoy what they eat. There we go. I mean, horrifying mush plant's fine and all, but we're at a stage where we could be eating something better. And who doesn't like stellar ice cream? No, that actually decreases maintenance cost. Interesting. Why is that? Why does it decrease maintenance cost? Oh, well. I thought it would raise happiness. I mean, everybody loves ice cream. Well, not everybody. I used to hate it when I was a kid. I can eat it now. I'm fine with it now, but I didn't like it when I was a kid. Alright, yep, that's all we had to do here. Let's go to the next settlement. Now this one definitely needs a security upgrade at some point, because we're still having problems with sentinels and abominations. Even though this is an S-class settlement, it still has some problems. That spray really fucked me up. As a visitor, a stranger named Colonist Ebb has announced their grand arrival and wishes to be conveyed to the Overseer. They present a whirl of holograms. They appear to be selling plans for sentinel shields, quote unquote. I usually always trust the visitors that stop by here, because typically sometimes, well, this one probably wouldn't have an issue, because there doesn't seem to be a question mark underneath of it. And the Sentinel shields are in green, they're not in yellow. So it would be a good thing. I just don't know how well that would do compared to the Sentinel cloak, which is what would get rid of. We'd be getting rid of to have the shields. A shame we can't have both, but I think I'm all full on the buffs that I can have at this settlement. I also don't like how it describes them in quotation marks, like we don't know if they're Sentinel shields or not, but I don't know. I guess I could trust them. New feature, Sentinel shields. Let's take a look at the status. Alright, the debt's no big deal. I can pay that off in no time. Okay, there. Decreases Sentinel attention. I can't remember what it was before, if it was at 58 or not, but let's hope that didn't screw me over getting rid of the cloaking devices. Right, well, we're not being attacked by anything, so I guess they're doing their job. Oh, right, the building. Where's the... There it is. Over there. Oh. Excuse me. Reopen. Alright. 5 enormous metal cogs. Well, at least this place doesn't make people unhappy anymore. I think I have those, but I think I might have to get them from my freighter. Yeah. Alright, freighter. Come to Papa. It's in the white stuff, the white columns. Yep. Oh. Is that it? Yeah. Enormous metal cocks, yep. Oh man, that means we only have 2 left, gee. Oh, I'm hoping I don't need them for anything else. That might be done by the time I end the stream, right? Yeah, 20 minutes. I can upgrade again. Alright, now that I have this stuff, you know what? Come to think of it. Wait. hold on. Yeah. Let's go back to the cold hand. There it is. Oh shit, it's in the other system. So the loading screen's going to take a little longer than, because I'm basically going back to where I was. Oh jeez, man, don't do that. Probably warped into the space too. Alright, so send my freighters off on expeditions. And then we're gonna have to warp back, because we'll be able to get in my ship and go somewhere, because I'm not in the same solar system. Alright. This one first. We got 2 balanced expeditions, so I gotta be careful with my balanced ships. Oh shit, they're still waiting, debriefing. Okay, I did not think I missed any of them. I did, I missed this one, shit. Oh yeah, this one's the one that has all of my trade ships on it. So they should be bringing back a lot of money or whatever. I'm mostly winding down because all of the energy drinks that I had earlier today are gone and completely digested. They did their job. That's what they're there for. They got me through the workday. I'm doing a lot more this week than I usually do because I'm preparing for when I go on vacation. Not next week, but the week after. So we'll have one more week of scheduled events for this channel, and then it'll just be totally random. I'll be going live whenever the hell I feel like it. But I'll give you guys a warning before I go live. About like an hour's worth of warning, though. Not as much as I usually give you guys. Okay. So, I'll assign you. You. Or, hold up. Let's go back. Ah, we do have something for the other guy. Okay, never mind then. And you. I'll take care of this. Send my 2. That should be enough. Yeah, that should be good. So the other balanced. So I don't accidentally send him somewhere. And we'll team you up with a combat because I think the last two are industrial and trade. So we'll team you up with... Yeah, industrial and trade, as I thought. Ooh, that's gonna be... It's gonna be a bit difficult. I'll send in one of my trade ships, too. Nope, that did not help. Okay. Let's just unassign them then. Well, I hope they make it. And these will definitely get the job done. These are all of my trade ships. That 3-star one's gonna be a little difficult. But I might be able to do it. Alright, let's warp back to my home base. The portal in that room used to make way more sense when I first built that room, because I had it at the back of the room. But then they changed the way that things work with freighters. Now specific items like the portals had to have their own rooms, and the rooms kind of lay the portals in the middle of the room in such an awkward position. I was like, fuck it. I just left it as is. Let's call my freighter back to this world. Jerk. I was gonna park there. Oh well, we're using my Corvettes today. What do I have left to do? What do I usually do? I know I gotta gather up my fish, but I may as well wait until we finish everything I want to do today. That's gonna be the last thing I do, is gather up my fish for nanites. Let's... Oh, right. We gotta do the Quicksilver mission. Right. And we shall do it with my pirate ship. There we go. Now, I don't care what it's going to be. I don't want to keep you guys waiting 30 minutes for another reroll, for a reroll on the mission radar. So whatever it is, we're gonna do it. Even if it takes a very long time. Oh fuck, I didn't park right. See, that's what I'm afraid of. Every time I park, I don't know if I'm gonna park like this or park the other way. The way that isn't so janky. Sometimes I don't eyeball it correctly. Oh man, well, I wasn't expecting a fishing one, but alright, yeah, sure. Actually expecting something more exciting, but well. We're getting fishing today. This is the kind of expedition that I usually, the kind of Quicksilver mission that I like to get when when I'm playing on the weekends. I'm gonna have even more fish to turn in once this is done. Alright, I'll change to my fishing rod. There we go. Okay. I do have 15 bionic lures, but that's all I have, and I'm not really... I don't really think I have enough to spend on more bionic lures, because I'm going to have to make more and waste more of the gamma root. So, if we're not able to get all 15, then we're just going to have to use some basic bait and hope we get lucky. Yeah. Fishing. Oh, and to anyone who doesn't know this about fishing, if you go into your hook where you can, change your bait, you can go down. I never really noticed this down here before. I guess I'm blind or something. But you can customize your fishing gear. And here you can change the way your bait looks. I chose the floater, the way the floater looks. I chose this one, the unlucky grub, because it looks like a worm, and that makes sense, right? And there are two I have not yet unlocked. It's the octopus and the bobber geck. So I'm guessing one kind of looks like a bobber, looks like a geck head. The other one's probably going to look like the Emperor of Glass. So, but yeah, there are a whole bunch of different bobbers that you can choose from. I just like the unlucky grub because, it looks like a worm. It's disgusting, but so are worms. And you can change the color of your line, and mine's blue, obviously, to match the rest of my fit. I like how everyone's saying fit. Saying fit now instead of just outfit. But it is what it is. So I feel I like fit better than what was it that kids were saying in the 2010s? Drip. I like it better than drip because drip don't make no sense. Because an outfit doesn't always have to be sexy. It could make sense. It could be like armor. It could be a work-related outfit. It doesn't always have to be something sexy. Fit makes sense because it's a shortening of the word outfit. An outfit can be unilaterally explanative. Explanative. So. And then people will be like, "Oh, why don't you like the word Riz? It's just like a shortening of the word charisma." And I'm like, I don't like the word Riz for a completely different reason. In the 90s, we used to use the word jizz to mock people who ejaculate. And Riz just sounds too much like that. So when you call yourself the Rizzler or something like that, to me, when you say something like that, it makes it sound like you're calling yourself a gooner. So I'm an old man. When you say something like that to me, I just look at you like, really? Because it just makes you sound so... It's just... I don't know. I'm like, I wouldn't admit to that, but okay. So you guys gotta think of a better. You kids gotta think of a better word than Riz to describe charisma, because to the rest of us, the reason why we old people are reacting like that is because you're embarrassing yourself every time you say something like that. You're basically saying, "Yo, I jack off." I'm like, all right, man. You want to admit something like that? That's okay, I guess. And it's said with such confidence too. It just makes it even funnier. It's so hard not to laugh when somebody says something like that. When I first heard it, I immediately thought, because it's also said in the sentence, it's can also be said in the same sentence as a sexual thing. So the first time I heard it, I legitimately thought that's what it meant, and I was like constantly thinking to myself, why would people be? I mean, I guess people are more online now than ever, so they don't socialize with people as much, and maybe they're just proud of it, you know? And then I found out it was just the shortening of the word charisma, and I was like, they don't know what the word they've never heard. I'm like, dude, that has been used in so many animated comedies and so many stand-up bits and so many comedic movies. You cannot just know what the word jizz is. You cannot not know what the word jizz is, and then try to say another word that sounds similar to it with such a straight face, man. But it's gotten to that point where that slang term has gotten super old. So I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that they're going to come up with something else. And thank God too, because I was kind of like questioning whether or not people were saying it ironically or not too, you know? Because now it's gotten to the point where it's like, are you being ironic or not? And you can't tell. Because it's to that point where it's old enough to feel like you're being ironic when you say it. But it still feels like it's young enough to where the person sounds like they're serious when they're saying it. So all in all, it just feels like no matter how you say it these days, you're going to embarrass yourself. But I'm sure they'll come up with some stupid terminology. I mean, people aren't relying on charisma that much anymore either. That's the thing. It's gotten to the point where people online are seeing just how embarrassingly juvenile, overly charismatic people are, like Donald Trump and stuff like that, to the point where it's gotten embarrassing again to be like that, to be as jocular as that phrase is used, to the point where people are now being more empathetic and addressing situations in a totally adult way, and they aren't being as childish as they were, like, say, 5 years ago. And that's good. Don't get me wrong, I'm totally okay with seeing stuff like that. But then you still got some assholes who still want to cling to the way things used to be 5 years ago. And us millennials look at those guys and we kind of smile and we laugh. We're like, ha 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 ha. Times are changing. You can't do nothing about it. And I've said this before, you know. It's the old Simpsons meme. Abraham, Grandpa Simpson, saying his famous line that I can't remember because it's late, but I'll try to remember. What was it? Oh, great. The Sentinel's stuck on the camera, so the Sentinel's kind of moving the camera out of the way. Awesome. Thanks, guy. What was it? Oh shit, do I not have any bait? No, I don't. I'm trying to remember the quote. I'm sure there's someone out there yelling at their screen right now saying, it's so obvious. I'm sorry, I don't have access to the internet right now. I'm playing a video game. I mean, I do have access to the internet, but I'm not using it. I'm trying to use my brain here. And it's gonna take longer. Because my hands are busy, alright? Playing a video game, like I said. Oh. What was it? Nah, okay, my hand's kind of free. One of my hands is free now, so I'm gonna look it up. God, I only have one hand here. Oh, thank God the autocorrect knew what I was trying to talk about. Here it is, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, I used to be quote-unquote with it. But then they changed what it was. Now, what I'm with isn't it. And what it is seems weird and scary to me. And it'll happen to you too. Yep, that's the quote. And it's true, no matter how old or young you are, it's true. I find it ironic though because it happens now more frequently than it did than it did back when the Simpsons first made that quote. Now it's like every 5 years. Before it used to be every 20 years, and then before then it was like every 40 years. So it keeps getting cut in half, and it's even shorter now just because of the internet. So it was shortened by TV, now it's shortened by the internet. With how short form videos are getting more popular these days, this is going to make it even shorter for the next generation. It's going to be like, what, 3 years? Shit, I'm already seeing people being all like, oh, that meme is last year. Like, literally last year, or, you know, just last month. A meme can die within, like, a week these days. So, yeah. Y'all out there saying 6'7". Might be wondering what's going to happen 6 or 7 years from now. That awesome, cool meme that you thought was so cool 6 or 7 years ago will probably make you regret every life choice that you made when you get older. And I say these things not to be facetious. I'm saying these things as facts. I'm saying them as there's like decades, generations of historical evidence to back me up here. So when I was a kid in the 80s, there was a popular commercial for Toys R Us that went, "I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid."
Next thing you know, memes will just die on the spot regardless of how good they are.
Right, right. But yeah, when I was a kid, that was a very popular commercial. And when we used to sing that, my father used to roll his eyes and say, "No matter what you do, you're going to grow up. It doesn't matter how much you like toys. It's not going to stop you from aging." And we knew he was right. But of course, my sister was like, "No!" Just to be funny. My sister April, the one who usually is on the stream every now and then, she was the kid in the car that would occasionally say something funny. And it would be a surprise because she typically didn't try to be funny, you know? Let me move the camera back. I don't like this angle. It's hard to see. But yeah, we were saying stuff like that when I was a kid. So yeah, don't ever think that it's not gonna happen. And that's the thing too, is a lot of kids think that things are going to stick because of things that have stuck in the past, like the word cool, and the word dude, and the word bro, and the words awesome and radical. Well, I mean, people don't really use the word radical now unless it's, you know, used literally. But even the term radical was something that was seen as slang in like ancient times, like Roman times and stuff. It was used as a slang word. You know, things like that stick for generations upon generations, even millennia. The kids these days think that they're going to create words like Riz and it's going to stick for generations. But they don't realize that when there's some emphasis of embarrassment behind the word that you say, and you're not saying it on the cuff, not like you could say it in the same sentence that you say a word like coffee or a word like wholesome, then it's not going to stick. And then they wonder why, and they think, oh, it's just adults are so mean and cruel, and then they grow up and realize, oh no, that was just super embarrassing. Why the fuck was I like that? And it's always like one person too. Like the one person that gets it started is like super popular, a YouTuber, and then everyone else is saying it, and they don't realize that when they're saying it, the YouTuber is laughing at them behind their back like, haha, I got a bunch of tiny idiots to say my stupid word. And the funny thing is that at some point they stop using the word, and then you're still using it. So you gotta probably question the reasoning behind that. PewDiePie doesn't even do his famous PewDiePie anymore. You gotta kind of question why he doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't say brofist anymore. He doesn't do the brofist anymore. You gotta question why these people don't do the things that they do anymore. And it's because they only did them so that they would become popular, and it would increase their visibility to a younger generation. And I'm not saying that they were doing it to be spiteful or anything like that, but there is an air of spitefulness to it when years down the line you're still saying it and they're not, and you're looking like an idiot, but they're not, you know? They're looking like a millionaire with billionaire monies. And all the time in the world, to do whatever they want. Meanwhile, you're working at a fast food restaurant and you don't even have time to see your girlfriend anymore.
Said, adults, particularly here in the States, forget things can and will change too. For example, we've lived centuries without cars and our dependence on them has only developed in the recent decades.
Right. I would say it's dwindled a little bit here in America because of the gas prices, because I've started seeing a lot of people using electric vehicles these days, like electric bikes and like e-scooters, like the one that I use. But that's just out of, well, as you said, it's out of necessity. So it can change drastically depending on how corrupt a government can become. Alright, so let's do some regular old missions to get up our rank with the Vakeen, as well as a few other places, like the other. Also, I think I might want to sort my inventory here. Did I get any? Oh, I did. I got some Corvette pieces. Oh, and I got some storage augmentation for my Starship, for my Corvette. Cool. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay. I'll also do that while we're here. Oof, I gotta sit up. Hold up. But yeah, like you were saying, Bryce, sometimes kids do it out of a necessity to be one with a group and stuff like that, but even then they'll still look back on it and be upset for one reason or another. And I feel as though it's mostly due to the fact that they'll feel like they've been used by this popular person in some way. And that's a justified feeling. I'm not going to say you should be angry. It's just, you know, part of the emphasis on why you're going to be embarrassed over the way you used to act is there's an underlying feeling or an underlying victimization that you'll, an underlying victim complex that you'll probably have over the fact that you probably wouldn't be acting so embarrassingly if it wasn't because of this famous person basically telling you how to act. So yeah, to anyone out there looking at their past selves wondering, why was I so cringy? It's not you. It's not your decisions that you made. It's because of that popular person that did something to get money that made you look like a fool. It's their fault because they didn't take into consideration the fact that kids can emulate practically anything that they see on television, on the internet, or in music, or in any form of entertainment, and they just wanted to make money. They were just greedy, and they didn't take you into consideration of that. So that embarrassing thing isn't your fault. It's their fault, and you should be mad at them, not yourself. I'm gonna go with regular storage augmentation this time because I don't like that spot down there. Did I put the Corvette piece in the storage? No, I did not. There we go. Alright, let's take a look here. Yeah, I'll put this on my freighter. Let's do some storage management, and then I'll call it a day. I was gonna do a mission, but I'm starting to get tired. You know what? I'll just take a break, and then I'll go and do a mission, because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I could go a little bit longer. I'll do this storage management another day. I don't feel like doing it right now. So when I come back from break, let's take a look. What will I do? What do we got available? We got a picture taking thing? We do not. Raid planetary harvester, hunt pirates, collect 50 fungal mold, and kill 10 creatures. I don't know. I don't want to do that. So I guess we'll do these three. I'm gonna go take a seat inside of my ship. While I take a breather and go to the bathroom, because I have to pee. Alright. Okay, everybody, I'll leave you all with some music, and I'll be back in about 15 to 30 minutes.
All Creator said, "Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying the music. If you're watching in the archives, now would be a great time to leave a like."
Alright, I'm back. Okay, so... excuse me. So, we're gonna do a couple of missions. And then... call it a day. Hello. Let me see what I want. Let's start with... guess we could do the hardest ones first. Which, in my case, because I'm on my pirate ship, it would be this. Alright, mission in progress. Let's do it. Now, keep in mind... my pirate ship, because I keep forgetting its long-ass, cool-ass name. Ashes of Perfection. It's a C class. So it's not at max speed, not at max strength, and not at max defense. So we're going into this with a bit of a handicap. But I'm a pretty good pilot, so that might make up for it. I don't know. It's gonna take a minute because I don't want to warp to it really fast. There's no point to, because there was also those freighters in the way. I wouldn't have been able to do it anyhow. Yep, here we go. Damn it. Alright, next one. Whoa, the lasers really took him out. Usually the lasers don't do that much damage. I guess it's because there are 5 of them? Probably. I mean, that's what I'd guess. Lasers don't do a good job on shields, though, so... if you're shooting at the enemy, their shields are up, and your lasers aren't doing much of anything. That's why. Because they technically don't do much damage to shields. Not usually, but these ones do apparently. Holy shit! Holy crap, did you see how... shit, that is strong! Alright, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? This way. Hold still. You can't escape our lasers. All 5 of them. Typically a ship will only have 1 laser when you install it. So I'm guessing that's why this is... as powerful as it is. If I can land the hit. Ah, it's just evading me. Because he's a little bit out of my range. He found my blind spot. Which is probably the other side of the ship. Got that shield gone. And it blew him up. Man, them lasers are so strong. I didn't realize putting 5 lasers on my ship would be like putting 5... Whoa, shit. They're still attacking me. They're not happy about losing to lasers. Did I hit another person while I was doing this, or? Oh, it's him again. Gotcha. I think I'm fighting the same round of guys again. Ah, dude, don't get in my way. Well, now it's not doing shit. Yeah, it's all in the way that you hit them, so using the lock-on is probably less. Nope, I had to do them like twice, I guess. All right, well, oop, wait, that's back to home. But yeah, you saw how agonizing it was to turn to face the enemy, so that was the most handicap. I didn't realize the 5 lasers would do so much damage, but they do. Like I said, when I get this to S class, it's gonna be a force of unstoppable horror. Those lasers are crazy powerful and crazy to look at the way that they come out all at once. When I first saw all 5 of the lasers going at once, I was like, holy, is it supposed to do... It's like, is it supposed to do that? Because a laser comes out of every one of the guns that I've attached to this thing. That's the 2 up at the front, the 2 at the top, and the 1 in the middle of them. There's 5 lasers all blasting at once. When in normal cases with a starship, when you have a laser attached to your starship, you'll only be shooting 1 laser. And that's it. Even if you have 2 guns on the outside of your starship and you can see them, it's still going to be 1 laser. I guess that's just a benefit to Corvettes. Mission complete. Alright, this one's the second most difficult one. Thank you. I will use that to go where I need to go. Alright, now this is something that typically takes about 2 trips, depending on how well it goes the first time. But I can get this done very easily. There are 2 ways to do this. Either you can get in there and get out by destroying everything, or you could get in there and get into a very long fight. And I'm not about to go in here and get into a very long fight. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like spending a half hour fighting a bunch of sentinels. I'm still in space. Oh well. Geronimo! Whee! I think that's gonna be where I have to go over there. I may as well dive towards it. Alright, is this the place? Yep. Alright. I don't see any sentinels around, which is unusual, but... Oh, wait. That one's way off in the distance. He'll never see this. But he'll hear it, so... Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm using my... I was like, that's weird. What happened to my other gun? I'm not using the right gun. I'm using my fishing pole. No, I'm not. Okay. So I am using the right gun. Yeah, sure, why not? They will be able to come in here since a certain update. Now the sentinels can follow you inside, but they won't shoot you for some reason. They won't even know you're there. It's weird. Alright, password accepted. I have access to the data banks and client requests. All that remains is to download the files and leave. Download. I have the required data. I should return to the mission agent and make the delivery. Sentinels have calmed down. And see, they made their way inside. They didn't shoot at me or anything. And it's not because of the alarms not being on anymore. It's because... Oh, where's the Corvette thing? Oh, there it is. How high up was I? Oh boy, I was up there. But yeah, it's just because they don't... I don't know, they just don't attack when they're inside of buildings. I guess it's to maybe protect the NPCs, because NPCs can be inside of buildings. But I don't know, really. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just weird. Alright, so that was the second most difficult mission out of the 3. And now this last one might be time consuming, depending on whether or not I have what I am thinking I have. But it is the easiest. Just a collective mission. Complete. Alright. Collect 50 fungal mold. Okay. Grow plants in your base or scan a plant from space. Scan a planet from space. So, that's the 2 ways it recommends doing it, but that's going to take a very long time because fungal mold is kind of hard to find by itself. However, there is an easier way to do it. Alright, so... I'm looking for slime. I don't know... Oh, no, it's the wrong slime. It kind of looks like that, but not the same image. I don't know if I have any on hand either. That's the thing, because I don't typically have it. There. Oh, shit. I have a whole bunch of runaway... Oh, that's runaway mold. It's not the same thing. Okay, well. Let's go scan a planet and see if I can find some. I'm trying to remember what it is now. I was thinking it was that I showed you, but that's runaway mold. That's different. You can get that by refining several different things. It's just a little time consuming. And I was thinking that's what we were about to do, but I don't do this mission that often, so I didn't really remember what fungal mold was. So let's go into space and see if there's a planet that has it. Ah, here we go. The wobbler has it. Typically, the missions that you do for your system's space station will always revolve around planets in that system. So I wasn't too worried. But in the case of if I wouldn't have been able to find the fungal mold on any of these planets, I would have had to go to a different star system. And that's not to say that that doesn't happen. I remember there is a mission that I required me to kill aggressive animals. Yay. Out of here. Oh, I ran out of fuel. I was like, what happened? Why am I in the meteor? Oh, shit. I don't have any tritium. I didn't realize. Well, I have plenty of pyrite, so... That's right. This Corvette is still technically new. I haven't been blasting meteors with it, so... I don't really have a lot of tritium. Yeah, I don't typically blast meteors with this ship. I usually do that with my Starborn Runner. Or, you know, my mining burb. Oop, slow down. I don't see any good place to land. There's a lot of rocks around here. So, may as well just jump. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, this planet has a giant worm. Did not expect that. Well, it has fungal mold, so I guess it makes sense. I didn't realize we had that kind of a planet in the solar system. Alright. Fungal mold. It's a plant, so it'll have the plant symbol. There it is. Fungal clusters have fungal mold. I've got to be careful. On planets like this, there tend to be giant worms, which will also have other giant worms that aren't as large as the god worm, quote unquote, as they call it in this game. But even though they're smaller, they are far more dangerous and will attack you. The god worm, the worm that you saw just a minute ago, does not attack, cannot even interact with you. It's purely for show. It's just a decoration. A distinctive feature of infested planets. Though for a while, we all thought that they might do damage if they ended up landing on you. And it is still funny to see that happen, like in the case of the one short that I have on my YouTube channel. It just looks so impactful, you know? Makes you be like, oh no, he's dead. But they're fine. Nothing happens. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, those. I totally forgot that's a thing. They don't usually require fungal mold for anything, so that's why it's been a while since I've seen it. Oh, there were only 2? Are you kidding me? Typically, plants like this have several clusters of them nearby, but I guess this one only had 2. It's just a shame because I only need 1 more. Hold up. Oh, there's more. Not that close, but not that far. There we go. I think that was the only one here. No, there's one over there. May as well grab that too. I've got to deliver them to a place. There, over there. Alright, where's my... There it is. Oh shit. That's pretty far. A little gassy now because of earlier with the Sprite. Thirsty too. Well, I haven't seen any giant worms, so I guess this planet isn't fully infested. All I've seen is the god worm, which you're behind me right now. Ah, there's where he landed, so he's gonna come out there. Oh. I missed him. Oh well. I think he might be one of the short ones. There are long god worms and there are short god worms. Yeah, okay, fine. Spiky feet trailing behind me. There it is.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Alright, now let's get to that waypoint. Deliver our package. It's not that far. I was going to warp, but oh wait, never mind. 4 hours? Screw that. It must be on the other side of the planet. That's why it's behind the hill. The marker, I mean. Yeah. Right on the dark side. I think it's going to be a trade center. Typically, woo, mountain. Back up. Damn it. It's so hard to see in the dark. There we go. We're on the other side of the mountain now. This planet has some very tall mountains. I'm past it. Oh, come on now. Why didn't they let me get out the cockpit? Oh, well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a giant worm. Oh, did I hit something? I must have. Yeah. These worms aren't very happy with me. Fuck you. I don't care. Those are the giant worms I was talking about. Like a shotgun blast. Yeah, eat laser, bitch. They were protecting that over there. I don't really care for it, so I'm not going for it, but I'll leave them messing up this delivery. Something's making the ground shake out there. I don't think it's giant worms, but I could be wrong. Typically, they don't show up around trade centers or any buildings. Alright, well. Requesting access. Granted. I have accessed the client's lockbox. All I need to do is deposit the item. Here you go. Delivery processing. Success. Alright. Ah, the swarm has subsided. So there was a swarm. It was just down there. It wasn't the worms. It was their itty-bitty abominations that they like to let out. Hello. Fight my pets. Pet better. That's not going to save you. Oh, it's a reflect shield. Still won't save you. Oh, it saved him. Oh, he swapped out. I thought it was a lead shield, like mine. Welcome back. Seems like you lost your shield. What a shame. I still have mine. Oh. Confident that you're going to... Oh, it's one of those. Okay. I thought it was the one that gives you full health once you get to 3 turns. Huh.
Prism Zone said,
Gonna save you.
hello, how's it going? It's been a while since I last been able to see your screen.
Yo, Prism, it's good to see ya. I'm just doing a little side thing, having a arena battle, Xeno arena. But I was making a delivery. I've already made it, and now I have to go turn in the mission. I was just doing a couple of missions, you know, having a chill day. And I'm feeling a lot better. I got that weird parasite that's been going around. I didn't get it from lettuce, though. I got it from apples. I know you don't live in America, but we have a current issue with a company called Taylor Farms, which has these really crappy parasites. Pun unintended, because that's literally what they are. They're parasites that make you shotgun blast your toilet. And I had a case of that earlier in the week. I'm a lot better now, but God, I was going through hell for a couple days. But yeah, the parasites can move from produce to produce. So everyone out there should be wary of shopping at any place that sells Taylor Farm lettuce. Where is my ship at? I parked it around here. Oh, there's the... Okay. Okay, it's up there. I don't know how I missed it. Wait, where's the giant worm? I heard it. Alright, well... It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a short one.
Said, the lettuce thing was real sorry to hear you caught that. Hopefully you're better.
Oh yeah, I'm better now. It's mostly just a parasite that affects your intestinal tract for a couple of days, depending on how strong you are. Like, me, I'm still relatively young. I know I'm in my 40s, but it's not like I'm in my 60s. It's, more difficult for older people to deal with, so... I'm glad I didn't... I'm glad I'm selfish. And I didn't share my apples with my mother. But yeah, I took them apples and I chucked them out into the woods. I was like, nope. I only ate 2 of them, too. That's the thing. I ate 2 of them for breakfast one morning, and not even 30 minutes later, I ran to the toilet and I was pooping up bile, so I knew something was wrong. I was like, that's not normal. Very painful. Oh, wait. I gotta go here. Yeah, it's mostly affecting a lot of southern states. In fact, the only northern state I've heard of that's affected by it is Michigan, so it's made everybody very suspicious. Very suspicious of Trump because of... He apparently doesn't... Well, I mean, obviously he doesn't like Michigan because of all of their efforts to combat his regime. I don't want to say that that's the reason why this is happening, but Taylor Farms is very buddy-buddy with Donald Trump, so... A lot of people have been making the connections. And I already knew about the lettuce thing, but I didn't realize it was jumping to other produce until today.
Prism said,
This morning when I was hearing about that.
Dysentery might have been tampered with scary stuff.
Yeah. It's not confirmed or anything. That's all speculation, but it seems very much like it could likely be the case. Because they donated a large amount of money to Trump's campaign and met with him in the Oval Office. And I mean, it's honestly the most corrupt presidency we've had since Nixon. So it would not surprise me if Trump was doing stuff to get back at certain states, but then unintentionally ended up screwing over other states, you know? Because that's just the way he operates. He does things out of spite, and he doesn't care who it is that gets hurt in the process, even if it's his own supporters. And that's what we tried to warn them about so many freaking times when he was preaching about revenge. We were like, you know that includes you too, right? But no, they didn't want to listen. What is this thing? I've never seen it before. This is a trade item. But interestingly unique. I've never seen it. It's very weird. Those look like some creepy ass burger things like you see on Star Wars, you know? Like the alien food that you see in Star Wars. That's weird. Let's see. No, I don't have any. Because that's where I would have put them. Nope, this is the first time I've gotten these. Interesting. I'll hold on to them. Just in case I need them for anything in the future. Alright, so I turned in that mission, and yeah, that was the last thing I was going to do today. Let's head on home. Yeah, I was reading about the parasites too earlier today after I heard the news from several news sources. Not just, I heard it from Midas Touch first, and then I heard it from a couple others.
Any new content maybe got added in?
No. I mean, it has been getting new content, but none that are related to items of trade. It's just some trade items are rarer than others. Like, I still haven't found the telecommunication nodes that I'm supposed to have to upgrade a certain building in my settlement. So there's still some things that I haven't seen that are trade items that are specific to certain locations in the solar system. I really love how my ship just rights itself when I get out of the cockpit. So I could just do this, get onto the deck of the ship, and then jump right over. Whee! Whoop. Bonk. Alright, let's bring it down here. Wait a minute. Oh. Right, because I already have it. Just gotta summon it. I don't want to do it in a way that's going to mess it up. Mess up the parking. I gotta park perfectly. Come on. Oh, close. Oh, that looks good. Now, let's go through the tunnel and see if that worked. Such a long tunnel. Yeah! Oh, it's not perfect, but nice. Pretty okay parking job. Alright, let's collect our fish and put them in the... Oh, no, where'd the skiffer go? I'm gonna have to summon it again. We're gonna be wrapping up the stream pretty soon. But yeah, Prism, I hope you've been having a great time playing... Oh, wait, no, I don't even know if you got it yet. Were you able to get Katamari, Once Upon a Katamari? Somebody landed nearby, caused a wave. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, whoops. Let's try that again. Come on. There we go, that's better. Ow, 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 ow. Head on it. Yeah, that's too many fish to throw back. I'm just gonna put them in my cold storage. I'm not gonna take forever here throwing each into... They still need to find a way to bulk release fish. Because doing it one at a time is just so tedious.
Prism Zone. Said. Not yet, I got Pal World and this scheme made him instead not started.
Oh, now's a good time to start Pal World, definitely. They've finally gone out of early access. And they've added a lot of really great things to make the story actually work. Because that was the one thing that I complained about. What the hell? What's this just doing here? That was the one thing that I complained about the most, is the fact that there wasn't really a story and that nothing was linked together. I get it was an open world game, but you can't just tell people to go to towers and then be like, okay, now what? Because all they did was just be like, go after the towers. They were like, go to the tree, the towers are the key. And that didn't really tell us anything. But now there are mission chains that you can go through that lead you towards the towers, you know, all that stuff. So it's more story driven, which is great. Not to mention all of the minor upgrades that they've added to make the game a lot more user friendly. So that's always good. And it's super addictive. I'm going to be playing it a lot during my vacation. Not next week, but the week after. Oh, right. I got the bubble ducts over the weekend. Forgot about that. Oh, yeah. Came in here to see if I could delete this. I apparently can't. What is this? What is it? That's crazy. What is it and where did it come from? I have no clue. But it's just here now. Oh, well. It's not bothering anyone, I guess. Oh, put this on my freighter.
Sounds good. Hoping to start it this weekend.
Yep, I hope you have fun. Alright, save. Quit to mode select. I'm thinking it was a part of a sentinel or something that maybe despawned, and that didn't despawn with the rest of it, so I'll probably be gone next time I play. Hopefully. If not, I could maybe decorate something around it and be a little like mystery light. Ooh, where did it come from? Who knows? All right. That does it for another day of All Creator Live. I want to thank you, Prism, for hanging out till the end. It was good to see you again, and great catching up. Let me see. There was also Bryce. It was great having you here, Bryce. Thank you, too, for showing up. And Purple Flowers. It was nice meeting you. I'm glad you're enjoying No Man's Sky. I hope you have a great time getting to the end and unlocking the autophage experience. Because the armor that's related to it is really cool, and you get a bunch of it too. You have to earn it, but you know, it's still really awesome looking. And of course, thank you to Vampiric Fox for stopping by and saying hello, hanging out for a bit. Next month is going to be your anniversary to the stream, and you will be eligible to earn mod status. Because you have been here, like, practically the entire year. And that builds a lot of trust with me. So, look forward to that when I start my vacation. That was, like, around the same time that you started watching my stream, too. Because that was when I started Palworld. Alright, to anyone watching in the archives, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're ever wondering what it is I'm going to be playing or when it is I'm going to be streaming, you can always check the posts tab over on YouTube. I keep it up to date every day. And every weekend we do a weekend poll where you guys get to decide what it is I play on Tuesday. This will be the last weekend poll before my vacation. While I'm on vacation, I'm going to be doing whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want, so I won't really be sticking to a schedule like I usually am. So there won't be a weekend poll next month. So, you know, put in your votes while you can. This will be the last weekend poll before my vacation, and it will be a choice between Palworld, Mina the Hollower, and Cat Quest 2. Alrighty, everyone, that does it for another day of All Creator Live. Sleep easy, stay safe, don't forget to vote Democrat, and I will see you all again next Monday for more Genshin Impact. Good night, everyone.